The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, welcome back to our AEW prediction show, Double or Nothing.
A little late, but, better late than never.
Yeah, I am Seven Alexander. I am your host. Actually, this is my first show in such a long time. I cannot remember the last time I've actually been on a show. I think it was literally the POV with host or Zane Perez. Sorry, he's up there now. We can only call him by his gimmick name.
If not that show, I think you were on for the Revolution prediction show.
That is possible. My memory is not as good as it used to be. So let's hop right into it. It's going to be a quick show. We're going to get to the point. The first match I have listed on Cage Match is the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final. Apparently my brain doesn't work with my mouth. Tournament Final, Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. Who do you got?
This is so tough. We're finally getting the payoff. If you remember back when both were on NXT, Samoa Joe put the sleeper, the coquina clutch or whatever it is on Adam Cole. Never got a payoff because they made Joe retire. But I want to say Adam Cole is going to get the win here.
It's really hard to say where they're going. It could be either or.
They did give Joe the title. They didn't give Adam Cole the title after 2 title shots. Maybe this is a way of paying him back?
Yeah, and it'd be a safe way to keep Adam strong. If I was the booker, it'd be a good way to keep Adam Cole strong and Samoa Joe have the title still. Okay, do you think that there's going to be interference from either team, from Adam Cole? Because I think that would make a difference.
I think there's interference, but I think it's against... God, why can't I think of his name? From Ring of Honor. I think they cost Samoa Joe the match.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Because I thought they were going to cost him the match against Kyle O'Reilly, but we never saw them.
Yeah, that's true. Also, another thing could be is that the New Japan Pro Wrestling could also, some of their wrestlers could join in at the few. I'm actually going to go with, I'm going to have to go with Adam Cole on this one. And then for second, Owen Hart Foundation Women Tournament Final Match, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, going up against Ruby Soho. Who do you have?
My gut instinct says it's going to be Britt Baker, but they haven't done much with Ruby, so maybe this is their way of doing something with Ruby.
It's possible. Do we know what the winner gets? I mean, obviously they get the trophy, but do we know what they get outside of this? Does it give them the number one contendership?
Tony Khan said there is something, but he didn't say what. He's keeping it a secret till Sunday.
Okay. I wonder if it could be the ROH or the... I don't know. There's so many different ways that they could go about it.
If you look at the T-shirt, the new T-shirt for the Owen Hart tournament, it's got a picture of the old Stampede Wrestling title match or championship title on it. Maybe they got some sort of replica title or championship from that. Okay. Not to be defended, but just kind of a surprise.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna have to go with Ruby on this one. I don't know if it's because I'm trying to think of a booker standpoint or if I'm just a fan of Ruby. Like, I love both of them. I think they're both going to kill it. The match tonight with Ruby and Chris Statlander was absolutely amazing. Main event worthy.
Fire.
It was outstanding. So for me, I would love for Ruby to get it.
Initially, I was going to say Britt Baker, as what I've said in some of the other chats. I'm going to change. I'm going to say Ruby wins it after Jamie Hayter tries to interfere and cost Britt the match.
Ooh. That could even set up a feud between Jamie and Ruby, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of options that they could go. Also, we have the next one is the 10-man tag team Anarchy in the arena match. I don't even know what that means. Have they announced it? I'll be honest, I haven't fully watched all the shows.
It's basically going to be a 10-man tornado tag match with no rules, basically.
Okay. Who do you have on this one?
I'm going to say Blackpool Combat Club with Eddie and or Santana Ortiz. I think it's going to be them. There's a hot product right now. But if a lot of heels aren't winning, then maybe Jericho Appreciation Society could take it. But
yeah, this one's kind of a coin flip for me. Both could use a win, but I think that I'm going to agree with you. I think the Blackpool Combat Club is the stronger. There we go. We're just talking. Let's catch up real quick. Gary, welcome to the show. We just went over two real quick. Give us your quick picks. The first one was the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament. Who do you have, Samoa Joe or Adam Cole?
Well, really quick, sorry for the delay. Thanks for being patient.
Yeah, of course.
I have to deal with all that shit again. So annoying. Anyway, so this match, I think Adam Cole. The reason why is because he needs something to get his list of accomplishments early for AEW. Samoa Joe, with the feud going on with Jay Lethal and all that, I think there might be a little bit of shenanigans where Joe might be not coming out on top. So
this is going to be the first time all three of us have agreed on the result of a match.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Okay.
We got to go with the baby. The second match is, I know you have strong feelings about, but for the women's side of it, we have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, going up against Ruby Soho. Who do you have to take it?
So this will be just a 1 minute rant. It's not about stat, amazingly.
The floor is yours.
So I don't think, after thinking about it, I don't think Britt Baker should have been in this tournament. I think they should have done it for somebody that is a new upcoming talent, you know, or somebody that's been there for a while, like Chris Statlander. But I just digesting in like literally the last hour and a half, I'm like, damn it, sucks. Anyway, with that said, just like Adam Cole, if Ruby doesn't win, where does it go from here for Ruby? So I firmly believe that we're going to see Ruby win. I really do. I don't want to see Baker win. I mean, she's just, if she loses, it doesn't even hurt her either, because she's too damn good in the women's division, and she will always be in that discussion. So Ruby needs this definitely more.
Yeah, I think once again, I think we all agreed. This is like the first time ever. Gary, I don't think I've ever done a show with you before, now that I think about it.
I think only one, to be quite honest.
Oh, well, a pleasure to have a show with you finally. We just talked about the 10-man tag Anarchy in the arena match. Who do you have?
I really think it should be the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, I'm sorry, but Jericho Appreciation Society, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're not doing it for me at all. I mean, I think Jericho's mission here is to, you know, make some new stars out of these, you know, part of his group, because that's what he did for the Inner Circle. But yeah, Jazz to me is extremely weak. I mean, come on. You got Danielson in the match. You have Moxley in the match. You have, forgive me,
Danielson, Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and Santana Ortiz.
I should know that. But yeah, I mean, just those names alone. I mean, unless they're going to do the rub where the young guys get a good win here, but no way in hell they lose. So,
you know, it's funny. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go finish.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that it's not a Stadium in Stampede for the third year in a row. I would have never liked that. So, inside the arena, there's going to be a lot of camera cuts. Expect that. So, but it should be decent. So we shall see.
So I think we all originally agreed that the Blackpool Combat Club, along with Eddie Ortiz and Santana, was going to win. You had actually mentioned something that Jericho's trying to make stars out of 2.0, and I mean, let's face it, Daniel Garcia is completely amazing, and you know, I'm surprised he's not at a higher level yet, or higher, getting more math. I can't even say that. I take what I just said back. Daniel Garcia is amazing. I've seen a lot of his work in Limitless, Beyond. If you haven't seen his indie stuff, definitely check it out. He's also done amazing things on AEW. I'm actually thinking if they're trying to build stars, I think the Jericho Appreciation may win, or Society may win, only for the fact that if that's their goal, what a way to do it against those legends.
Yeah, and see, one thing I always nod AEW on is they really are building future stars, and I love the hell out of them for that. That's why I praise them so heavy when it comes to that build. So I see what you mean there, Brian, because to be quite honest, I do like Daniel Garcia out of any young star on that group because he said some good things there. I mean, he is currently champion, I think, for PWG, I think. Or PGW or something like that. So
yes,
PWG Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and let's not also sleep on Angelo and Matt. Like, they are pretty well put together. They remind me of a very young, up and coming FTR. I know that people who can't stand them, but I also kind of feel like that they're doing their job if you don't. But we'll see what happens with that one. Sarah, what is your final guess for that match?
I'm going Blackpool. Blackpool, Eddie, and Pride and Powerful in this one.
Yeah, I almost wanted to do that just because I'm such a fan of like Bryan Danielson, everybody in that match. But
I mean, it's such a coin flip.
Yeah, and I think Gary changed my mind on this one. I almost called you Greg. We probably should change your name in the group chat.
now he's demoted as of today. So.
Yeah, Gary, I think changed my mind. My final answer is going to be JAS. All right. Let's go to the 6-man tag team match, Death Triangle versus the House of Black. I feel like both teams need this win, so it's really hard for, not need this win, but to help both teams. I think that this is going to set them apart. Who do you guys have?
Sarah, you go first.
House of Black after introducing a new member.
Interesting. That was quite forward.
Who do you think it is?
You know, Julia Hart is the, you want to think is the obvious answer, but I think it's going to be somebody different. But I don't know who yet.
I'm not. I don't think it could be maybe Chris Statlander.
After tonight, fuck yes. I would like to see Abaddon. I mean, more than anybody. So, I mean, Malachi did say that back in November when he gets his faction started, Abaddon is on his list. So, makes sense with Abaddon more than Julia. Yeah. I mean, she had a recent meet and greet a couple weeks ago, and she still had the patch on. She was staying in character. So, but we shall see. This match here, I think this is going to be the rubber match. I think this is going to be it. I really feel that Triangle needs to win here because House of Black's been very one-up with them since this feud has begun. Plus, this is Rey's Phoenix, I think, second match since his return. So, yeah, I mean, everything in full circle with this match compared to our Revolution. This is going to be a damn good one. It could steal the show. So, and plus with the trios titles most likely going to be on our laps, which I did like what Sarah said, that might be introduced on Wednesday because of that huge, important show for the executives. So, Me personally, I'm hoping House of Black, but I really think it's going to be that triangle this time.
I'm just gonna go because I can't try to think of it from a Booker standpoint because my head's going back and forth with too many scenarios that Gary points out. I'm just gonna go off of who I would like to win is House of Black, and I actually agree with Gary that this match could steal the show. Like looking at who's in it, I mean, Buddy Matthews, who's absolutely amazing, and a lot of people I feel sleep on him. I mean, you have Brody King, Malachi Black, like. But you also have Penta, Ray, Pac. Like, this match could very easily steal the show. So I think we're a little split on this one, but it's not surprising. The next one we have is the AEW TBS title match. Jade versus Anna Jay. I would be highly surprised if any of us don't agree on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's no brainer. I think obviously, Anna's in that position because they want Jade to be on the pay-per-view for a match. They want to showcase her a little bit more. Poor Anna, because she's ranked in the top 5 right now, and good for her. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Anna after this match because we already know the outcome, in my opinion. So Jade is just what they're doing right now, and I guess that's good. So, but we shall see.
Yeah, I think Jade is going to take it.
Oh, yeah.
Agree.
Next, we have the tag team match with the Hardy Boys and the Young Bucks. So with this one, I don't know if it's just nostalgia or... Okay, so this match could be really, really good, or it could be... I don't know. I think it's going to be good. It has the potential in my mind to be also a brain work. Thank you. But I don't know. It could go either way. I'm going to go with the Hardy Boys and Alita return.
Well, you did see Alita with a shaved head apparently tonight, so.
Yeah. Definitely
This match, I agree, it could be the show stealer, or we could be building all of our minds with all the big hype and be the big letdown of the night. But I think they did have one match or some sort of thing going on in Ring of Honor way back in the day, but I could be mistaken. But I think the Bucks take this one.
This match is going to be really good, in my opinion. It's a dream match for sure. The Hardys, they're really good at coming close to their retirement. They keep teasing it. They want to do this probably one last dream match. Well, not their last match per se, but, it's going to be pretty good for what it's worth. I mean, it's definitely going to be perhaps one of the biggest hyped matches on the card for sure. I'm leaning towards the Hardys because, honestly, like I said just a moment ago, if it's just going to be their retirement stages when their dream matches want to happen, this is where Hardy should win. And to let you know, Sarah, they actually have fought before, the Hardys. And when they were Generation Me in Impact Wrestling in 2010. So hopefully that would help.
But going back to what we said earlier, the older stars putting over the younger guys. Hardy should be putting over the Young Bucks.
It's a possibility. I think it's just because the Bucks has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
We'll see. But
should be a hell of a banger regardless.
Yes. Real quick before I get too far, Sarah just sent me a DM. I was trying to figure out the comments because it kept giving me a notification and I couldn't find it for the longest time. This is why I don't host everybody. It's not my forte. I just like giving one-liners. Okay, so we also have in the opening show Hook and Danhausen versus Mark Sterling and Tony Nese. Who do you guys have?
I mean, we know Hookhausen's taking this one. Mark Sterling's there to take the pin.
I don't disagree.
This match. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
They definitely got to make up for the poor in-ring debut of Danhausen, in my opinion.
This match is making me jealous because my best friend Sean is going to Double or Nothing this weekend. That son of a bitch gets to enjoy it when I have to sit at home. No.
But you're watching,
No.
right?
I'm watching, of course. Yes. I'd rather experience it live, for sure. With that said, it should be a really, really good, fun match to really energize the crowd, to open the show. Everybody, compared to Revolution and Double or Nothing, I think this time everybody's going to flood in the arena just for this match. So it really, really gets the people excited before the main show itself. So easily Danhausen and Hook, or Hookhausen, whatever you want to call them. Somebody's going to get cursed. Could be Mark Sterling. It could be Tony Nese. It could be both. And that's when you see the Hook do his little red rum, and there you go.
One of the first ring crews I did, or the first weekend that I did a full 3-day ring crew for training, I had met Danhausen, and he is literally one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So with that being said, I hope, just because of those type of whatever you want to call it, I hope he wins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, I know Gary has big feelings on this one. Wardlow versus MJF. What do you guys have? I'm going to go with Gary because I already know this is going to be a short, quick answer.
And that is a nice MJF figure that Gary's got.
Yes.
Oh, that's not MJF, let me tell you. I'm so fucking stoked for this match. I mean, the huge, massive pops that Wardlow is getting. It makes me so happy. So happy. Anybody can tell you, Double or Nothing is when technically the birth pay-per-view of Wardlow, because I remember the 2019 Double or Nothing, the vignette, Wardlow debuting soon. I was like, who the hell? And yeah, he came out, with MJF's little guru in the beginning. I'm thinking, okay, this is cool. And here I am now, Wardlow being my war dog, being the man that I love so much, and he's going to kill that son of a bitch. And we know it. And that right there, to me, perhaps will be one of the biggest matches of the night, just because of storyline. So I'm very excited for this one.
I also kind of want to give a shout out to Lee Sparrow, who took one of the most gruesome bumps of that night in the cage match. He's an indie wrestler, I think from Minnesota or Indiana. Don't quote me, I'm sorry. He, on Monday Night Raw, he got powerbombed on the floor by Omos. And then, we saw him take that huge cage powerbomb and fell from the cage to the floor. Not supposed to happen. And his tweet wins for me the tweet of the week, which is, "Can somebody please get me from under the ring? I can't walk." So kudos to AEW and actually WWE for using a lot of indie wrestlers taking those bumps as security. They've always done it, but it's really cool to see it still happening. Sarah, who do you got?
I mean, it's got to be Wardlow, and that's the payoff that everybody wants. Yeah. But man, what if MJF does win? That would be some big heel heat that nobody expected.
Yeah, I don't even.
Hypothetically, let's say if that does happen, what the hell happens? I don't know where the hell they would go.
Yeah. Or, this could be a continuing feud. Maybe it doesn't stop there.
What if they played off that, Morrissey is MJF's new bodyguard, causes interference in the match?
Yeah, there's so many different things. Just from a fan aspect of mine, I have to go with Wardlow.
Yeah, agree.
All right, next we have the AEW World Tag Team Title 3-way match. Jurassic Express going up against Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, who is absolutely amazing, and Team Taz in the form of Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. This one's really hard for me. This could be literally anybody. It just depends where they want to go with it. I'm going to pick you, Gary, first.
Oh, I was hoping you were Sarah. Yeah, this one's tough.
I mean, I'll go first if you want. I made my prediction on Wednesday night.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by all means.
So this is going to be kind of a two-parter here. You know, as we talked about that, AEW's got a big show kind of on Wednesday. They got to impress the Warner Media executives. But first, Double or Nothing. We're going to see new tag team champions. We're going to see Christian turn heel on Jurassic Express. Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs are going to win the tag team titles on Sunday. Get challenged by Swerve and Keith Lee for a match on Wednesday because they didn't get pinned, they didn't lose, and they will win the tag team titles on Dynamite Wednesday night.
Interesting. I actually, out of the teams, I think that Jurassic Express is going to retain.
Okay. I see I'm kind of leaning towards that way too, just because, you know, they lost again, you know. So I'm going to go with Lee and Swerve. I mean, I would like that a lot. But damn, I don't know if that would happen just because right now it seems like Tony Khan is focused on the AEW side of things and not the ones that came in from WWE. So, you know, because right now that's his mentality. Unless you're Ruby. I don't know, man. I am going to go with Lee and Swerve.
Awesome. And, you know,
one of us will be right. One of us will be right.
Just as a fan of them, I would love to see Keith and Swerve win it, but I can't help but think, as from like a Booker standpoint, that I don't know. But I also really like Jurassic. I'm gonna stick with who I said originally. All right. Up next, AEW Women's World Title. We have Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb, who has had probably one of the longest feuds in AEW history. Who do you guys have? I'll let whoever wants to go first this time.
Yeah, I will go first because due to Thunder Rosa donating the proceeds to, you know, the unfortunate mass shooting in Texas, because of Rosa doing that really nice gesture, I think Rosa is set to win. And plus, you know, she just won the title just about a month and a half, 2 months ago, which again, they better showcase her more because, Brian, I know how you feel about the women's division, and I'm starting to believe you at this moment. But yeah, so I really think Thunder Rosa should be a good match for sure. I'm really invested with this one.
I agree. I think Thunder Rosa is going to win. This is one of those matches that could also steal the show. These two have great chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with, I mean, I'm a fan of both of them. I'm going to go with Rosa on this one. I have so much respect for both ladies, but especially Rosa. Like, we both have worked in social work. Like, it's just somebody that I look up to. And also, the final main event. Well, not
Nope.
the final.
They did announce another match tonight. Cage Match probably didn't update it, but they are doing Kyle O'Reilly versus Darby Allin as well.
That match is going to be insane. Kyle O'Reilly and Darby kind of needs...
Darby needs to win, but is Kyle O'Reilly going to take 2 losses in a row?
I just... I'm gonna go with O'Reilly.
This one here, I'm going to go with O'Reilly. Sarah nailed it right on the head. I really think O'Reilly needs to win more. Yeah, I get it. Darby is one of their biggest stars in the company, but just like I said about Britt, like if Darby loses, it's not the end of the world. Because once Sting comes back from his injury, which I will say that is actually a legitimate injury that Sting did get. So, so once he comes back, you're going to see the feud go further with the Bucks and Darby and Sting. So, or Undisputed Elite, whatever. So yeah, I think O'Reilly needs it.
I agree. I think it's going to be Kyle, but there's going to be some interference from Bobby Fish, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I will say, and I'm going to preference this just, I don't want to get heat for this, but like, I'm going to say it anyways. I hate when companies fake injuries because it illegitimizes the real injuries that happen and that are very true. I despise when companies will write somebody off with an injury. It irks me because there are a ton of people that get hurt, and fans want to reach out and give them their blessing and stuff. I think it's such a crock of shit when companies are like that, and fans will get pour their heart into it, and that kind of thing. Even if it is a work, whatever, just don't do it. Be better. You guys have a ton of writers, and maybe I am mostly talking about WWE in this instance, but be better.
I do agree with you, Brian. Like I always say, it's blinding that viewer's eye. Like, okay, don't play dumb with us. We know it's not legitimate.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, I totally agree.
And as somebody who has been injured in the ring, I don't know, whatever. Main event time, AEW World Title match. We have Adam Page, who I absolutely adore. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
We got Sky, Ethan Page, and Payne Van Zandt against Kaz and Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti as well. I didn't know if you said that one yet.
We haven't. It's not on my list.
That was also announced.
I thought it was for Dynamite next week. I didn't realize it was for Sunday, but okay.
Yep, they announced it.
Who is it?
There's also the stipulation if Kazarian, Sammy, and Ty lose, neither one of them can ever challenge for the TNT title.
Thank gosh. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go with, I think Ethan Page and them have to win it, because obviously this is not going to be the end of their feud. This is going to continue. We're going to have a Ty versus Page match. It's just, I feel like in order to keep the feud going, that they have to have America Top Team or whatever they're called here get the W. Or something will happen with them.
I mean, if they win, are you going to take Sammy never being able to challenge for the TNT title out? It's not Scorpio's title, it's ever again. Like how Cody can never challenge for the AEW the AEW World title.
Sammy's a 2-time or 3-time champion?
I lost track. Karen.
3-time.
So, is he going to win anything or is he going to lose anything if he doesn't ever challenge for it again? He's already had it 3 times. What is the goal for that? And who knows? Maybe they can, it's, I'm going to still stick with the other guy.
See, that's my biggest concern, because I think what they're trying to do is, if in fact Sammy does win, then of course he gets his title match again. What they're trying to do is really remove Cody from the AEW banner, because that's why they're trying to see Sammy surpass Cody's record and have title range and all this stuff. But I really think it should be Sky and Company. I really do. It's Paige Van Zandt's debut match. She's been training really well. I saw a video of her a couple days ago. So I really think, America's Top Team should win here. And one thing that I will say really quick, I think it's a little interesting because Kaz coming off as a heel all of a sudden with Sammy and Ty. That's really weird to me. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I also agree. I think Ethan Page and company win. And shout out to keeping tradition alive. Scorpio Sky finally getting his custom TNT championship in the Lakers colors, that gold and purple.
Sarah, did you get that too? Like, not just for the design of the title, and then we had the Ass Boys mistakenly said Los Angeles. They're really were teasing so many Los Angeles things for next Wednesday because, again, it's such a huge night for AEW. So I think they're trying to make that executives happy.
If you listen to Scorpio Sky's podcast he's got, he's a huge Lakers fan. So the fact that his Lakers colors doesn't surprise me at all.
Never knew we had a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And they also live in LA with our friend Alex. Alex. I don't know why I said Alexia. Okay, is it main event time? I don't know if there's any more matches that are not on the list.
Yes.
Yes, it should be. Yes.
All right. So our main event, AEW World Title match, Adam Page versus CM Punk. Who do you guys, or whoever wants to go first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, there's definitely going to be a heel turn in this match. One of them is turning heel.
Mm-hmm.
I would like it to be Hangman. I think he could have an interesting run as a heel. But I think Punk turns heel and wins.
Yeah. But see, I agree with that, Sarah, honestly, because don't get me wrong, Adam Page, he's got it all. I mean, man, he's great on the mic for sure. But as you guys know, I pay attention to AEW passionately, and CM Punk did say he will only sign to a company that will give him a huge moment and if a big storyline makes sense. And I really, really strongly believe that will be the time for now CM Punk to win the title for his moment.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to go on to Forbidden Door and to perhaps be in a main event because it's in Chicago. That's huge for CM Punk, in my opinion. Adam Page, I think we all can agree his title reign, unfortunately, has been lackluster. I think the reason why they're putting him in title matches these last couple months because they're really trying to do what they missed in the beginning. I mean, the feel-good story with Adam Page being champion right now, unfortunately, it's kind of dying out, and I think CM Punk really, really needs it because now where does CM Punk go if he loses? What happens to him?
I like Adam Page chasing the title more than Adam Page having the title.
I agree.
I say fuck both of you. I gotta go with my hubby Adam Page on this one, even though I don't think he'll win.
That's cowboy shit.
That's cowboy shit. I just gotta go with the anxious cowboy on this one, just because I have to. I'm gonna go with Adam Page, even though I think he's gonna lose.
I wouldn't be mad though. I really wouldn't. I love Adam Page just like all of you.
I don't care who wins. I just want a really good match out of the two.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sarah,
what's better to be the main event? Like, honestly.
So Sarah, how would you do his heel turn if that were to happen for Punk?
How would I what?
How would you do his heel turn? Like, how would you book it that night? Not a cheap low below or anything like that. Not a cheap roll up. How would you actually book that? Think somebody debuts and comes and helps out CM Punk?
See, in fairness, I didn't see Punk's WWE run or anything before that because I wasn't watching at the time. So I don't know his heel tactics really. To me, what makes the most sense would be a clean finish, settled winner. Hangman finally says, good match, great show, extends the hand, and that's when Punk turns on him and just beats the hell out of Hangman.
And I would love for Punk to go on the mic too and finally do his own pipe bomb. An unscripted TV 14 pay-per-view pipe bomb. Say, you know what? All of you can kiss my fucking ass because this is what I've done for you, and all of you betrayed me. And oh my gosh, it would be so good.
Oh
It
yeah.
would be so good.
I don't think we're gonna see a CM Punk heel turn. Not if he's gonna have the championship and he goes to Chicago.
Boo.
I mean, they'll cheer him no matter what, heel or face.
That's
Brian, this is AEW fans. They will boo for a second, then they love you in a matter of like 20 seconds. So
Look at Jericho. They all sing Jericho's song and then boo the hell out of him.
exactly.
All right, guys. We said this was going to be a 15-minute show. We ended up going 41 minutes. Make sure
I blame Gary.
Yeah, Gary. It's all
I
Gary's
do blame
fault.
you because I've rambled too much.
Yeah, make sure you guys watch. It will be on Sunday. I just saw that it was on Fight TV, but I think it's also on BR Live. I'm not sure.
Yes.
And also your standard cable pay-per-view as well.
Yep. Also, there's a ton of wrestling in Vegas last night. V versus X, or X, I don't remember now. Suffering and Violence had a great show last night in Vegas at a mall on Fairmont Street. You also have Black Label Pro tonight. Always Bet on Black, which starts in about 3 hours and 33 minutes. And on Saturday, you also have Wrestling Revolution and, of course, GCW. I am representing Defy, who doesn't have a show, but Prestige has 2 night shows. It is going to be Saturday and Sunday, and you can check that on IWTV. It's at the Roseland Center.
Also, check out on our page. We shared it earlier. Timber Pro Wrestling. They got a show coming up. Check that out.
And that will be, I believe, in August. We actually have some really cool things planned backstage there. Also, I just love Timber. If you guys have a chance to check it out, check out their YouTube. Gary, go ahead and plug whatever you want to plug.
So I've been waiting for this all day. So I was going to wait for my announcement on Monday, but I love you guys here on Buckle Bomb, so I wanted to break it on here tonight. So on AEW Are You Elite, it will still be a Facebook page. Before I go in more depth, thank you all very much that has been supporting the page, reached 1,000 followers. So it's quite amazing to know that. I really like the hard work that I'm putting into it. So with that said, starting finally June 1st, literally on Wednesday, the website is going to be launched. And right now, it's just about complete. And to make things even better, Sarah, good thing is, and of course, Brian, I can go back to previous episodes that you guys had. I will copy the link to your videos along with mine. And of course, my interviews and so on and so forth. I'm going to paste them all onto a separate dashboard on the website where will be an on-demand category where people can watch our previous episodes and my previous episodes.
Great.
I uploaded 2 already, and it comes out crystal clear. And that was my couple interviews that I've had with Spencer Slade and, of course, Karma Dean. So, yes, we got up-to-date AEW news, the very latest on Buckle Bomb Entertainment, Global Predictions League, which I am affiliated with Sean Valley, and, of course, the own dashboard for on-demand content for Buckle Bomb Entertainment, and, again, AEW Are You Elite.
That's awesome, Gary. Try to avoid anything that I said in my early years before I
I think everybody has an opinion, Brian, and me and Orlando definitely have different opinions, but you know what?
Yeah.
The guy is, he's very passionate with wrestling, like me, you, Sarah, everybody, so it's...
Yeah, I just don't want
it's
to
cool.
get canceled.
I would never let that happen, Brian.
No, just kidding. When we first started, before I started training, I had like a gimmick where it was just heel and talk shit about everybody. Now, like, once I've started training, like, you're not allowed to do that, obviously. So, like, I'm like, oh, please nobody go back and watch any of that. Because it's cringeworthy, but it is meant to be. That's my disclaimer. Sarah, where can they find you?
Of course, you can find us on Twitter. Also on our shop at AEW shopbucklebomb.com. This June 1st, like we did last year, we got some special Pride Edition shirts for Bucklebomb coming out. This year, we will be supporting the It Gets Better Foundation. So proceeds from each shirt that sells, they will get donations from us. We got 6 designs this year, 3 different ones, one for LGBT, one for Pride, and one for Ally on hearts. There'll be one that's a big heart in the middle of the chest, and then one that's like a pocket-sized heart of each one. So check that out starting June 1st.
I
That's
originally
awesome.
tried to have the funds go to GoFundMe Brian, but that didn't work out well because
Yes.
yeah, I tried. All right. Thank you guys. We will see you on our next episode, which is I have no idea. Sarah, when is the next show?
Probably next
Monday?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh,
So.
okay.
Let's
All right.
let's shoot for Thursday because, as you know, Sarah, I am moving starting next weekend all the way to the Midwest. So I will not be chitty chatting with anybody until I literally at a rest area where I can sleep. So very excited for the move. Obviously, Sarah, as you know, time differences. So can't wait for that. Oh, and one other thing, the page is not going to be called AEW RU Elite because not trademarking, but having the name AEW would not really work. So it is going to be called Honor the Elite. So,
Ooh, I like that.
So yeah, it's going to be awesome. But
Fantastic.
Also, what a way to incorporate Ring of Honor. I really like that.
it literally, I had to think of so many names. I kid you not. Brian and Sarah, I was on the 37th choice. So it was a lot of digesting the perfect name. So
I feel like that happened to us when we were first coming up with our name. Like, what about this? What about this? We thought about the name for 3 days.
Yeah. There's legit arguments about the name. Yeah, good times. All right, guys, we are out. Make sure you check us out at bucklebomb.com or bucklebombentertainment.com. You can find us on all of the social media and all your podcast needs and, of course, YouTube. With that being said, bye. And I forgot to hit second.